Hi, I'm Daniella, and this is my junk journal. A few months ago, I started noticing these cute little junk journals all over the internet, and I knew I had to see if I could try to make one of my very own. They are super awesome and so cute. I watched a lot of videos. One person in particular I want to give a shout out to is Yvonne White. She makes beautiful journals and has some wonderful tutorials. She has a YouTube channel and a Facebook group called Junk Journal Junkies. They are just such wonderful people there. When I made this, I put pictures of it up on that group, and everybody was so supportive and just wonderful. So I decided to give this a try. From Yvonne White, I found Ephemera's Garden. Ephemera's Vintage Garden is a website that has downloadable printables, and she did a video about the string binding. So since it was my first attempt, I thought string binding would be a really good way to start. So a big thank you to her for showing me how to do this. So I cut some cereal boxes for my covers and my spine. This book is 5 3/4 by 4.5, 4.5 wide, 5 3/4, because these signatures inside are 5.5 by 4 1/4. I used this pattern paper on the front and the back cover, and even though the videos I watched said, carefully, you don't want to rip your paper. When you put paper all around, my paper still tore. So an easy fix I found was using an old dictionary page, inking it up a bit, and really securing that spine. I made the string binding 6 strings, but there's only 5 signatures, and that's because I wanted to have another area in case I wanted to add anything to the book. So after I did my covers and then put a couple little pretties on it too, I got to work on the signatures, and I made 5 signatures. There are 8 pages in each signature. Maybe not exactly pages, but things inside each signature for 16 front and back times 5. I also did the inside of the front and back covers, so it'll be nice and neat. I'm very happy with that. So this video is going to be part flip, and as I'm talking, I'm giving you a little bit of my process as well. My next video, I'm going to actually make a whole journal, and I'm going to use the Coptic stitch. I'm very excited. I don't know if I'll do just one long video or if I'll do it in a few parts. I don't know. Stay tuned to see what I'll do with that. But for now, I'm going to do a little flip and show you what I made. So to start, I used tea-dyed paper. I tea-dyed a bunch of regular 8.5 by 11 copy paper, and when you fold them in half, you end up with 8.5 by 5.5 paper, which is super good because that's a perfect size to fit into a little junk journal. So I tea-dyed all these papers, and I added some doilies that I inked. And when you ink the doilies on the paper, you get a super cool, it's like a stencil kind of, so that's kind of fun. And then a piece of colored paper, and inside the colored paper, it's a little divider of some kind. I don't know where it came from. In one of my ephemera bags I found it, and it perfectly fits a little tag right in there. This is a piece of an atlas from, I don't even know how long ago. It was in our car, I know that. Must have been 20 years ago. And I thought it would look cool in the book. So we had that, another piece of tea-dyed paper, a piece of cookbook that was missing a whole bunch of pages that I got for free at the thrift store, a tag, some lined paper, that's the center of the signature, the other part of the tag, the other part of the cookbook paper. This is a piece of tea-dyed paper, and I used a paint swatch as a little pocket. Back, other part of the atlas page, the other half of the yellow paper, again with the fun, sort of like a stencil from the doily. Back of the yellow, back of the doily, and that signature is done. There are 5 of these signatures in the book. This one I just put this big clip. I don't know where I'll use it in here. Somewhere, just don't know where. I didn't finish making all the pages pretty and adding stamps or, some of the printables maybe, ephemera to give it a real pretty look. I didn't do that yet, but I plan on it. But I also wanted to show you that you can take the signatures and staple them in the middle if you'd like, and then all of the things inside of it will be stationary, whereas what I have here makes it so everything is movable, so you can move all of these smaller pieces of paper up and down in your book any way you feel like it. I like it that they move around. I like it that they're not secure, because if I wanted to add some, ticket stub, something, I could put in the pocket, but if there's anything I wanted to add, I could add it right here, so that'll be super good. But if you want to staple it in the center, then you could just slip it right into your string binding, super duper easy, and everything will stay secure at all times. They won't move around. I like it that they move around, but depends on what you like, and you can do whatever you want. It'll be your journal. So the string binding makes it very easy for everything to go in and out, but yet look how secure. This is nice and tight, and it'll keep your book together really well. So, like I said, I have 5 signatures in total. Each one, front and back, is 16 pages, and that's about it. So, I hope I gave you a little bit of, I just love how thick it is in here, just as a sidebar. I like it when the book pops up a little bit because it's so nice and full already, and just when I put in a bunch of stuff, it'll really get full. I really like that. I hope at least the little bit of information I shared with you is enough to get you started so you can make your own junk journal. Please make sure to check out Yvonne White, Ephemera's Garden, and the Facebook group Junk Journal Junkies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.